Hey everyone, what we did is we ran to another local little car show here and took a couple trucks. Took the old duck truck and Barbie drove it, and when she pulled in the yard there, it lost its brakes. So we got investigating, and do have a cracked brake, one of the rubber brake lines, but I think maybe that master cylinder conked out as well. So I'm going to jump in the old dually here. This will actually be a good little test. We'll never pulled the trailer with that guy yet, so we'll put the trailer on and we'll, like I said, it's not too far away, so we'll just, instead of, it's got zero brakes. So I did drive it to a friend's house there. So just to park it, it was only a couple miles away so we'll jump in this old dually and we'll rip down there and we'll haul this baby home so I don't have to get too sketchy with it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Actually, I mean, it's a little bit of a shame. We had some brake issues, but not a big deal. It wasn't far away, and I don't know, the old duck truck looks cool on the back there anyway. So, but yeah, so I don't know. It looks like maybe one of my rubber lines. They are old. This was something I probably should have changed a long time ago, anyways. But like I said, no big deal. Kind of a fun afternoon to go gathering it up with this old dually, and as I said, it's a good test. I think I have to do a little more tune, just one more little data log. It does have just a little, I think I mentioned it before if you guys have been following along, but it does it does this, if you don't, sometimes you got to catch it when it idles down. It sometimes will stall, and it's related to the cam and stuff, but we'll get that tuned out and that'll be no problem, and it should be good. And but it does tow a lot better than that big block did. Granted, that big block was getting a little tired and stuff, but this does it pulls pretty good, and so far it seems like it's been decent on fuel, for what it is, right? So like I said, a lot of fun making it home here, and we'll get this old duck truck fixed up, get some brakes, and we'll get her back in action. The other thing is I should have I get distracted. I'm still new to this, right? So I get distracted and then I just do my thing, but should have videoed loading it. It wasn't crazy by any means, but a little bit of a gong show. I should have just winched it on is what I should have done, but so turns out loading a truck, I mean, it runs and drives, so you could just drive it, right? But turns out loading a truck with no brakes is a little sketch. I was just scared I was going to drive it right over the trailer into the back of this truck, but we didn't. I had my nephew and the fellow we left the truck there. He helped us just hold it back to keep it from, driving over the thing and making a big giant mess of two trucks. We didn't do that, so that's good. And we're just pulling into home here now, so we'll park this and we'll get her tuned up. All right, everyone. So got some parts for this old pickup here. We got some. What I went ahead and did is, because I did, when that brake line was bad, I did try bleeding the master off, and it didn't want to catch. So I feel that this master cylinder is hurt, and these ain't too bad. So I was able to grab one of them quick, and I got the rubber lines. So these are to the front ones, and this is to the back axle. My thinking is that the one was a little shady, so then they all probably are, but also I probably should have done this a long time ago. Those are well, I don't know if they're original, but they're real old. So and I think they were like $15 each or something. So yeah, we'll get this truck in here, and we'll get this tuned up and get these brakes working good. And then because I want to drive it, and I think we got another car show coming up here that we'd like to go to too. We'd like to take that old truck because it's kind of an old ratty truck. I think it looks good. And I enjoy driving it and stuff. But also too, it's fun to take it to the car show, and then the kids and stuff, they can climb in and out of it, and they get a kick out of that as well. So Like I said, I kind of like taking that truck for things like that, right? Because it doesn't matter. And if the kids like it, then it's fun, right? So we'll, yeah, like I said, we'll get this baby rolled in here and get these brakes on the go. All right, so I got the old beast in here, got it up on the lift, went ahead and pulled the tires off the front here. And you guys can see there's the culprit there. So that's the guy that did it to me, that leaked the fluid. Now this old truck's got drum brakes. I don't mind. They actually work pretty good, I think, for what they are. And yeah, you know, maybe one day I'd like to do something special with this truck. We'll see how it goes, but you know, make something real cool with it. But and then you can see this other one's not awesome either. And I just looked kind of quick. The back one actually doesn't look too bad, but like I said, it was only 15 bucks for that mine. So go ahead and change it too, and just fix up everything I can, make these brakes as good as they can be. Like I said, they're surprisingly good for what they were anyways. I don't know. I think they fade quick. If they seem to stop plenty good. That's what I find. They seem to stop plenty good, but I think if you were to like road race it or just brake lots like over and over and over, then they fade bad. But just to drive normally, or even to brake hard once in a while, not bad at all actually. So, but yeah, this grubby old truck, we'll get it cleaned up and get these brakes going, and we'll have some fun with it. Let's go ahead and get these babies changed out. We'll throw the new master in. And like I said, for the price of that master, I'm going to do it because this one I did replace it when I first got this truck running, but that was a long time ago. But even this, it didn't seem to want to pump fluid out when I was trying to get some sort of brakes. It wasn't even pumping fluid out, so I feel there's something wrong with that. And I did read this quick. Weirdly enough, it says, do not bench bleed this brake master cylinder. It will damage the cylinder. So I'm going to read that quick before I do it, but it says not to bench bleed it, but we'll get it swapped out and we'll get this thing back on the road. See if I can get this off without, got my line wrenches here and stuff, but we'll see if we can get it without wrecking a brake line. But if we do, we do, I guess. Then we'll have to replace that. It's being weird. Might have to kick this in old school. It's kind of a weird size. I don't know. We'll get it figured here though. And then something for there. Okay, I did some checking here. So this is supposed to be 7/16, but it's just in too rough a shape to get any wrench on there. So I do see it's just a short little line there. So I'm just probably going to go ahead and replace that section. Hopefully I can get it undone from that block. And then, because yeah, I'll try with the vice grip here a bit, but we'll see. If I can't get that undone, then I'll have to just pull it off that whole little line and see what I can do. So give it a go with the vice grips. No, I don't think so. I'll see if I can crack it loose up on the block there. And then, like I said, just that 7-inch line or whatever, I'll replace that. And hopefully that does it. Okay, just quickly. Yeah, I did crack loose from that line there. So I went ahead and snipped it so it's a little easier to work with. And I'll see if I can get the rest of this line out. I'll definitely get it out of there. Hopefully it comes out of here nice. And we'll build just another little chunk to connect that. And we should be styling. So like I said, we'll see. Hopefully I can get this. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely coming out of there. I'll get the clip off and we'll get that baby out of there. Yeah, so there we go. And it does look like the ones. So I think I got the right ones. It should be good. Just that little fella I couldn't get out. That's okay. That's like I said, it's handy that it's just a short one. Hopefully the other side goes good. Because yeah, just to make a short one's no big deal. Get it to the other side, just a little more work, but should be okay. So I'll get that new line just in here, and we'll probably get the other one changed, and then maybe make a little chunk for that. There. Tuck that baby in. We'll get our little clip back on here. There we go. Wonder if that should be okay. Yep. I'll probably just buzz around, swap out that other one quick, and then we'll make a new line, and we'll change that back line and throw the new master on, and we'll be on our way. All right, so that other side did the exact same thing to me. So I had to do exact same thing. I had to pull that little. It has a kind of weird. I should look into what that's going on there, but it has a T there as well. Just the way it's plumbed is kind of odd, but I just didn't really take a close look. But anyways, anyways, it's another short little line. Exact same thing. So I got to make two of them. But so then what I decided to do is actually I'm going to go ahead and work on yanking this master cylinder out of here just to compare, make sure I got the right one, and to see also if if I wreck some more lines. So let's try to get that baby out. If these lines break loose, that's the key. That's the key to success. So hopefully, well, yeah, it seems to be going. So I think we're in luck. Now, assuming the other master cylinder is right, it looks shaped a little different, just the way it's. But as long as it, just shaped a little different. I think it's the same. Just this bleeder is at the top is all I really noticed. So, but this seems to be going. So I think we're in luck in this apartment. Hopefully it's right, master, and we'll get this. And I'll make a couple little lines. I'll change that one in the back. I think I might redo the line that goes across the diff as well, because it's kind of shaped all funny, and there does look like there's some dust that's stuck to. There's some dust stuck to it, like maybe it was weeping there a bit too. So I might go ahead and change that line as well while I'm at it. I also, you can see I got a little moisture going down this, or something has leaked there at some point also. So that also leads me to believe that this master is a little funky. So here we go. Heck yeah. Pretty easy. We'll go compare and see if they're okay. So I think we're definitely okay. I did want to inspect it before I opened the package just in case I had to return it, but I think we're good. So I'll get this peeled out of here. Just double check it. And I'm going to read this. Why they don't want us to bench bleed this, but I'll read it quick and probably just put it in. I assume so. We'll get her out of here. Okay, so it's definitely right. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw it back on, and we should be good. So the only difference is the way this bleed screw is, and it had the option to run the line out the front. Otherwise, it's pretty much identical. So I think we're good. Get this baby cinched down. It's pretty dope. They got a nuts in behind there. You just can tighten them. Double check that pedal. Yep. Yeah, we should be all right. So I read them instructions. They're really goofy, actually. So it says not to bench bleed it, but the instructions were the instructions to bench bleed it. But oh well, we'll do it inside the truck. Should be okay. Oh my gosh, you won't believe it. Won't believe the trouble I'm having getting this started. There. Well, that was, other than getting that started, that was pretty easy. Go ahead and I think I'll lift it up. Look at this back end here, and then we'll maybe make those lines. Just make sure this back one's right, and I'll decide whether I want to do the one to replace over the kind of across the diff from each wheel to each wheel. So, all right, so I'll definitely replace it, just not right now because it's you can see it's kind of shaped yuck, right? So I just like to make it nice, but unfortunately I don't have that size of brake line, so that one will have to wait. I will replace the rubber line to that because that doesn't affect anything, and that'll only take a minute probably. And I should bleed all, I got to bleed them all anyway. So I may as well do that for now. And then in the future, I'll get a nice brake line made up for that. But I got to get the right size. So go ahead and change this rubber line and make those two little lines to the front, and we can bleed this off and see if we got some brakes. All right, so just a quick update here. So the hose is right. Here's the old one. I got the new one in there. You can see them hang in there. Got them attached to that end. Problem was, this little line here, I couldn't get this to swivel, and then I couldn't get it to swivel at this end where it's bulkheaded to the other one. Luckily, I got that to swivel. Anyway, so it turns out I got to make one of these as well so I can get that, because I couldn't unwind, well, I couldn't undo the hose. So I ended up having to curl that hose all the way up just to get it to undo, and then got it off. But if you drive old vehicles, this is the kind of stuff you got to do. Not a big deal. I'll just make another little line for here. I got to make this one. This one's pretty good shape still, meaning I can copy it. And then the front too. So, yeah. And I got enough stuff. I did check my brake part stuff here. I got a clip for this because it was missing a clip. I salvaged that, and I got enough of these to make the three lines that I got to make. So, that's what I'm going to do. Get these babies made and get these brakes bled and see if this thing can stop. Because it had nothing. Sketchy. But we'll be good. Okay, so I'm ready to flare some tools. I got my flare tool ready to flare some tubes. So, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have access to this. This is actually not mine. This is my nephew's, but this thing is this baby's awesome. It's a Master Cool universal hydraulic flaring tool set. So basically, the gist of it is it's the hydraulic action of it that makes it so awesome. So you got your dies, throw them babies in there. I already stuck in. I can show you guys. That's your inverted flare tool. Shove your tube in. You got your stopper here. Set that where you want it. Pinch it down. There. Lift your out of the way. Crank her in a little bit. And it's about as simple as this. You just lock down your pressure. Give it the squish till it stops. That means you're done. And then you swap out your invert to do the second portion of the flare, your double flare. Same thing. Crank your pressure up, lock her down, and feel that. It's good. That's all there is to it. And then the only thing is, the most important thing, in my opinion, most important thing about flaring is don't forget to put your your nuts on. I've done that before. That's how I know. That's how I know that's not good. Anyways, so that's one. I got the nuts on. We'll do the other one, and then I'll just go ahead and make some more lines, and we'll have this baby purring before you know it. Not purring. I guess we'll have it stopping before you know it. Yeah, this thing is awesome. Makes it so easy. And then you can also do your flares on the vehicle, right? Because it's so handy to just, you don't have to worry about cranking the old school crank, cranking it, and doing that kind of thing. But yeah, this works pretty good. There we go. And that's my little guy for the front there. So go ahead and make one more of these. And the one for the back here, copy this guy. And we'll be styling. And we'll have this baby locked down. All right, so got them flared up. That thing works pretty good. I got this little bender. It works pretty good. I got it off Amazon. It was like 20 bucks or something. Can't remember, but it does 3 sizes there. And like I said, works pretty good. So I kind of just bent this one up a little bit to copy this. And my 2 little pieces here, I just have to put I'm going to do it as I put it on, but I just got to put a little kink in the end to line up with the tube. So no problem. I'll go ahead and get these thrown in, and we'll get some fluid through them. I'll show you guys the brake lines. You can see there, got them babies in. Show the other side too. So I got them babies in. That's the little chunk there that I was talking about I made. And I got that back one in. Yeah, so I got the one made up in there. You can kind of see it. And the new line right up there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there too. So anyways, I'm gonna bonk my noodle. Yeah, it took a little longer. I had to do some other stuff quick too. So I'll be out here after work first thing tomorrow, and we'll get this thing. I think all that's left is to fill it with fluid and get them all bled off, and then we can test this, make sure we got good brakes, and then we're laughing. But anyways, that's it for tonight. I'll get this finalized and tuned up here. See you guys tomorrow. All right, everyone, just got home from work. We're gonna get this. I gotta hurry and get this baby bled off here because I gotta get the footage into Barbie to get edited. So before I did leave last night, I just filled that up so the reservoir's full. So I'll lift it up a bit here. Like I said, it's good and full. I'll get my little hand bleeder tool because I'm by myself. I got no one to punch the pedal right now for me, but we'll get this baby bled off. So what I got here is this little fella here. Just a little vacuum pump. Plug it onto the bleeder screw, and so on. So get this baby plugged in, and I'm going to start with this side here. I was always told you start with the farthest away from the master cylinder. So I'll do that side, and then the front right, and then the front left, and we should be good, and we'll test it and see how it works. So just go ahead and stick my little hose on there. That seems to be, they got adapters, but that seems to be what fits the best. And then just, show you guys here, just pump it up, and you should start to pull. You can start to see a little bit of bubbles forming there. Hopefully we get some fluid here soon. And we just have to make sure we keep that reservoir nice and full also. So okay, everyone, I went around, pumped on all the bleed screws there. So we seem to have a pretty decent pedal now. So let's give this old girl a try, see if we got some brakes. All right, so far so good. I did change the brake cylinders not that long ago, because they were leaking. So hopefully they're good for a long time. In fact, the back one still had the little rubber caps on them to protect it from the dirt getting in and stuff and corroding and whatnot. So we got the old shop truck back. Hopefully got some good brakes for a while here now, and we'll be back on that probably Pontiac a bit. We got to get that baby done soon too. So we'll keep the progress and the work going on that baby. So, but anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.